Planning the perfect handmade wardrobe for a trip through Norway's fjords is as exciting as the adventure itself. With cozy layers and chic silhouettes, join me today as I show you how to create a travel capsule that's both functional and stylish for this breathtaking destination. Hello and welcome back to Sew Pomona. I'm Rebecca and I'm so glad you're here. On this channel, I love talking everything fashion and sewing with a focus on travel and capsule wardrobes. Now today's video is another in my dream destination series where I design a capsule wardrobe for a new destination each month. So today's destination is a 12-day cruise through Norway's fjords with Hurtigruten. Now, this is a trip I really want to take in the future. I'm thinking this will be a great anniversary trip for my husband and I in a few years, maybe for our 25th wedding anniversary. My husband loves astronomy and we both love cruising, so this will be the best of both worlds. And I know we would both really love this. This 12-day cruise will take us from Bergen to Kirkenes and back, offering stunning views of Norway's rugged coastline, charming coastal towns, and a chance to witness the Northern Lights. Whether you're hiking scenic valleys, exploring picturesque villages, or stargazing under the Arctic sky, this wardrobe will ensure you're prepared for every moment. For this trip, we're going to need a capsule wardrobe that balances comfort, warmth, and style. September in Norway can be unpredictable with mild temperatures, so layering is key. Let's dive into the planning process, starting with a color palette inspired by Norway's natural beauty. So whenever I start planning out a trip, there are a few main things that I always focus on. First, I'm going to start by designing a color palette. Next, I'm going to move on to what is the season and weather. I'm going to put up a picture of the temperatures for Norway in late September. They're not especially cold, but for me, that will be quite chilly. Next, I think about the activities I'm going to be doing. What kind of trip is this? I'm thinking this is going to be part leisure, relaxing on board on the ship, and then some outdoor activities, maybe some hiking, some city touring, and seeing the Northern Lights at night. And then I will look through my wardrobe and see what would work for the destination, go from there to planning out my capsule wardrobe for this trip. Now, for most wardrobes, I like to stick to a simple plan, 3 to 5 bottoms, 4 to 5 tops, a few layering pieces, 2 to 3, and then 1 coat or jacket. For this video, I did look through my wardrobe, but all of my winter makes that would be appropriate for the season are really heavy and not necessarily the best pieces to bring along on a trip. I do have wool jackets, I have some heavier layering pieces, but they are actually heavy. And so I decided I would go ahead and plan out a dream capsule of what I would design if I was designing it from scratch. So if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that my favorite part of this process is picking out my color palette. And for this trip, I wanted to go with some calming neutral tones that reflect that Nordic minimalist look and Scandinavian style in cool, earthy tones. So I chose a pretty neutral palette, but you could choose any colors you like. I always start out with my neutrals and then add a few pops of colors. So I started with Violet Ice. This is kind of a neutral top color with a little bit of mauve in it. Then I went for a more pinky cream color, and then of course I would do whites and beiges. And then I did find a nice neutral that's kind of like a golden brown that I think would be really beautiful and elegant looking. So for my pops of color, I wanted to go with kind of a stormy steel blue. I think this color is beautiful, and I can also use navy with this. And then I thought a touch of lavender Adds a little bit of whimsy. It's a fun, calming color, and I think this could be really beautiful in knitwear and separates. Now that we have our colors, let's move on to the essential pieces that I would design for this trip. For a trip like this, we need a mix of cozy layers, versatile separates, and weather-ready outerwear. Here are the key pieces I designed for this capsule. To start out, I went with what would my must-have pieces be? I would want a trench coat for layering, something classic, tailored, a little longer so that it would give me a little bit of warmth, but also some weather protection. I would want stretch woven bottoms, something comfortable that is also good for hiking and other activities like that. Then I would want a pair of ponte pants. I think these look a little more tailored and classic, but they're still super comfy. Then I would want a few sweaters, probably 2 to 3 sweaters that I can lay over pieces and wear with the trench coat to be comfortable. Then I'm gonna want a few knitwear lounge sets. I feel like these are great for lounging around the cruise ship, just hanging out in our room, just so I can be cozy and comfortable every day. And also I can do yoga, I can do physical activities in them too. Then I would want some tees and underlayers. Now I was thinking for this type of trip, I would probably want to look out for activewear fabrics, things that are made with wool or silk, nice breathable and quick drying fabrics. I'll go for a lot of lightweight merino jerseys and silk knits for layering. For the trench coat, I found a Softshell City Shield Weatherproof fabric from Seattle Fabrics that I think would be great, and I could make this in a white or a navy. For the stretch woven bottoms, I found a pale gray and a pale lavender Durango nylon spandex stretch woven fabric from Rockywoods. I think these colors are beautiful and they really coordinate with all the other pieces. I would do one ponte pant, either in this mid-weight elephant grayish rayon blend ponte double knit from Breathtaking Fabrics or a sandhill ponte knit from Marcy Tilton. For my sweater options, I found a few fabrics that I thought would work fantastically. I found this poly cotton thermal wicking blue that's from Rockywoods Fabrics. I found 3 fabrics from Breathtaking that I thought would be great. I found an F. Filippi warm caramel wool double knit. I found a ribbed and textured nautical navy knit and a mood indigo plaid wool blend jersey knit. Now, I would also probably design one knitwear dress or separates, and I found this beautiful drapey wool viscose blend double knit in dusky plum from Emma One Sock. I think that could make great separates. Now for my knitwear and lounge sets, I found some gorgeous fabrics from Blue Moon, and I'm actually thinking about buying some of these for winter, some more yoga and loungewear gear. So the Embody Tencel Lyocell Spandex Rib Jersey in plush, and the Tranquility Modal Spandex in Pebble or Blush. So I like that these are different fabrics, but in the same colorways, so I can mix and match the pieces really easily. And they have a ton of colors, so you could go with whatever color you like. For my tees, tops, and underlayers, I found some gorgeous fabrics from the fabric store. I'm not sure if all of these are currently available, but this is a future trip, so I was kind of going by what I saw currently on the market. So I saw this lightweight merino jersey in polar cream and ash heather. I saw this merino poly diagonal marl in smoke. I saw a mid-weight merino jersey in cloud. And these are all from the fabric store, and I just thought they were beautiful. Then I found a silk knit in white from Dharma Trading Company, and this would be a great one on its own, or it is dye ready. So you could experiment with some natural dyes, which silk is great for natural dyeing. And I found a layer up lyocell wool blend jersey in ivory from Blackbird Fabrics that I also thought was beautiful. I feel like these merino and silk knits are really the perfect fabric combination for this kind of colder weather trip. So one of my favorite parts of researching these videos is finding some fabulous indie patterns. And I found some really cool Scandinavian sewing pattern companies that I think you should check out. So first up, the Circa hooded jacket. This is by Named Clothing, and it's a stylish and practical option for layering during outdoor adventures. Another one from Named Clothing is the Esme Maxi cardigan. This is perfect for cozying up on deck while watching the northern lights. And then I found a few from the Assembly line. Hoodie parka. It's an ideal choice for wind and waterproof outerwear. Their oversized shirt. This is a versatile piece that can be layered or worn alone for a chic, relaxed look. Their high-waisted trousers. They're great for comfortable and stylish bottoms, perfect for exploring Norwegian towns. Brigitte Helmerson has a fantastic book of zero-waste patterns if you want to find some sustainable and unique ideas for sewing up your own garments. Maria Denmark Patterns has some great easy-to-sew basics that are great for mixing and matching a capsule wardrobe. So go check out some of those indie sewing pattern companies. Next up are Hazel Hen Patterns by Milena Hirpi. She offers PDF sewing patterns with a Scandinavian design. Stitched by Joanna Lundstrom offers PDF sewing patterns and wonderfully instructive books and tutorials. Now, these two designers are both from the Stitching Tales podcast, and I love listening to them every week. And don't worry, I'm going to have these all linked below in the description, and there will also be a full blog post on this. Now let's move on to travel essentials. Along with my handmade capsule, here are a few travel essentials that I think would be great for on this trip. I would want to get a good pair of walking boots, hopefully waterproof and weather resistant for hiking and shore excursions. Then you're probably going to want a wool hat or gloves to keep you warm, especially the farther north we get. And I've got to say, I'm from Florida, so I'm probably going to be really cold on this trip. Wherever you're from, that might change how you feel about this temperature. Now, also, don't forget about a swimsuit. I know we're going to a northern climate, but there's going to be saunas and hot tubs that you'll want to check out. Next, I would also pick out a few scarves. Now, you can make these yourself out of beautiful silk prints or buy your own. And then probably a day pack or a crossbody bag for carrying your essentials. By packing smart and designing this handmade wardrobe, I'll be ready for every moment of this trip, whether it's hiking, sightseeing, or just relaxing on board. And there you have it, a thoughtfully curated capsule wardrobe for an unforgettable astronomy cruise through Norway. I hope this inspires you to create your own travel wardrobe tailored to your next adventure. Check out my blog, Sew Pomona, for more details and the itinerary for this trip, as well as book and movie recommendations to get you in the mood. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more sewing and travel content. And leave a comment below. Are you going on a trip soon? I want to know. And do you have any great travel tips? Leave those below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy sewing.